Oh my God, Jesus. In case anyone's watching, well, I don't got no viewers right now, of course. Jesus. For sure, what's up? How many views I got? Okay, 3 people watching. Yeah, just to let you guys know, I might not stay live as long as I thought I would be today. Had a long, stupid ass day, but Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know, man. It's like anytime I was really wanting to do this video, get the video over with this week, but had other opportunity, other shit to do. Plus, it was snowing and shit, so yeah, leave it to fucking snow just when people have shit to do. That's all I'm saying. Oh, I hate this webcam so much sometimes. Ugh, fuck, come on. Damn. What is this? God damn, man. Oh my fucking God, a fucking webcam sometimes fucks up. Jeez. Thank you. Gee. I'm sorry about that. I've just been going through hell these past couple of days. Like, it's literally the first time I'm actually relaxing. I was supposed to have come out with the AC Alone video, which, if you guys saw, I was trying to premiere that today, but for some stupid reason, YouTube didn't want to save my date. So now I gotta publish that after this video. So it's no problem with that. I just wish that YouTube would just, I don't know if it was YouTube or Wi-Fi, but I just wish it would do damn well better for that shit. And in case you guys should know, I am back in Raleigh for the holidays. I'm going to be back in Durham. I'm going to be back in Durham. Okay. Okay. I'm going to be in and out of Raleigh and Durham this past break, so just so you guys know. Okay, I can deal with this. Damn. What's up, Try? Yeah, just getting shit together. Oh my God. But yeah, priority straight. We're gonna talk about this bullshit album. I'm gonna talk about this bullshit album today. Blunted on reality. I'm gonna give it about maybe 5 more minutes. Probably 5 more minutes, just to get people coming and stuff like that. But yeah, how's everybody doing? I've just been so tired lately, man. see what everyone's saying. Shit, but by the way, in case you guys have not watched, Steven, aka Mobilarity One, has done reviews on Boogie Down Productions' first three albums. Criminal Minded, By Any Means Necessary, and Ghetto Music, Blueprint of Hip Hop. Very dope reviews and shit like that. And he definitely did his thing with that one. I'm definitely can't wait to watch Edutainment and Sex and Violence. Definitely cannot wait to hear his opinions on those albums. Lord. But yeah, I'm gonna give this maybe about 4 more minutes. Yeah. Also, I forgot to mention as well, homeboy Mike actually did a they've actually he done a review as well on the Bishop album too, so you guys should check that out. I could potentially be doing the Sade album, Diamond Life, tomorrow. I gotta see how my schedule. I gotta go see my work schedule and stuff. Man, I could have done the Diamond Life review this earlier this week, but shit happens. That's all I'm gonna say. But luckily, I'm set. My door's locked. My phone's gonna be on Do Not Disturb. Well, besides one person, because I'm talking to family, it's gonna be on Do Not Disturb. I just want to do a review, a good live review and shit, without no heavy interruptions. Just me and you guys, you know. Yeah. And maybe sometime next week I might just talk to you guys. I might just do a live video for fun in case I get bored, but I really just want to get this over with because I also didn't eat dinner. I haven't eaten since this early afternoon and stuff. So yeah, because I was working on my homeboy's music, mixing his project and stuff like that, and it took longer than expected, but I'm grateful I got that done. And also got some stuff I have to work on too. I know that Earth, Wind, and Fire, the I Am album finally came in the mail. That review is gonna come next week because it's in the Durham mail. So when I go to Durham next week, I'll just knock that review out the park while I'm back at Durham. So give it about 2 more minutes, and I might just go on. Okay. Okay, you know what? It's 11 o'clock. Let me just get started. Okay, so album I'm going to be reviewing on my next tonight is the Fugees' debut album, Blunted on Reality. Now, this is not. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Debut album. I thought The Score was their first album. The Score was the second and the last album. This right here is the first album. You see Lauren on top. You see Pras right there. You see Wyclef right there. Yeah. And this is yet another. This is yet another addition to my trash hip hop series. Uh, Man, it was a struggle going through this whole album, but so you guys should know who the Fugees are. You guys should know who the Fugees are and shit like that. They are a hip hop group from South Orange, New Jersey. Um, Wyclef and Pros, if I'm not mistaken, they're cousins. I believe they're cousins and stuff like that. And they're both of them are Haitian. Um, I know I've mentioned who the Fugees were in the score review, but I've it's been a while since I've touched upon the Fugees. So Pros and Lauren, they met at I think they met at high school and in Jersey and shit like that, and they formed a musical trio called Time with a mutual friend and shit like that. Wyclef joined after the other mutual friend had left, and they originally went by the Translator Crew and shit like that, and they had like live instrumentation like with drums and bass and shit like that. And after recording some demos, they got signed into Rough House Records, where Rough House Records, they were also home to like cats like Cypress Hill, Criss Cross, DMX, back before, right when he was underground and shit like that, Yeah. And so between 93 and 94, they changed their name to the Fugees, which was short for the Refugees. And it came out with the Blended on Reality album and shit. So Blended on Reality, they were under the wing of Kool and the Gang's producer Ronald Bell, and shit like that. And the singles the album came out with was Booth Bath, Nappy Heads, and Vocab. Shit. All right. Okay, 4 people watching. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, so right from the get-go, you can already tell the difference, the difference with the album from the score, because, score, you had cats like Salam, Remy, yeah, cats like Diamond D and shit like that. And most importantly, the Fugees had creative control. Now the Fugees, they did have creative control, but at the same time, I'm just gonna say this to the review. All right, 18 songs too long. Let's get this shit started. Oh Lord, okay. Track number 1 is the introduction. Definitely. Oh, I forgot to say. It does have a few guest appearances like Mad Spitter, Rashad Muhammad, and a couple of uncredited guests. I guess they knew how trash this album was. They didn't want to put their name on it, but I'm sorry, but track number 1, introduction. Really nothing really to it. Track number 2, Nappy Heads. This is the OG version. That's not the remix by Salam Remy, which I'll touch upon in a minute. Very cool, very cool. Well, cool, yes, but I was not feeling Wyclef's Onyx impersonation. Cause I don't know, 1993. That was a year when Onyx broke out, and you had like a lot of rappers kind of going for that sound and shit like that. Prime example when just listen to Puffy's verse on the Supercat song "Dolly My Baby," and you'll see him trying so hard to be Onyx and shit. And I think at that video he had like a bald head too. And ironically, Wyclef has a bald head, so rappers, they just thought, oh, I'm bald, let me just rap like Sticky Fingers. But that's just my personal thoughts on that. Other than that, Nappy Heads, that's a pretty okay song. That's a pretty okay song and shit like that. Track number 3, Blunted Interlude / Blunted on Reality Unlisted. This is a long ass kind of interlude, but yeah, pretty long interlude, and the song did not do it any wonders and shit. Yeah. Next, track number 4, Recharge. Yeah, this was a pretty okay song as well. and shit. Um, damn, try Puffy need to die just like Kim Porter. Damn, that's ruthless as fuck, try, but I'll let that shit. I'll let that shit slide. Damn, but Recharge. Yeah, this song was pretty okay. Son of a bitch. And that's a thing with this album too. There's not really that much subject matter within this album. Like not a lot of concepts with this album. But yeah. I told you guys I was gonna review this album and I'm gonna review it by any means necessary. No pun intended, but track number 5, Freestyle Interlude. Jesus fucking God. It's already the 5th song, and you guys literally had 2 full songs and 2 interlude. What the fuck? Yeah, it was just them freestyling. Track number 6, Vocab. Oh my God. That song was just horrible. Like, I was not too keen on the acoustic guitars and Wycliffe kind of singing. And quite evidently, you know, Pras and Wycliffe kind of produced that track. So, track number 7, Special News Bulletin, Interlude. Next, track number 8, Booth Bath, which was a single. Typical single that came out around this time, you know, nothing really to it, nothing really to go home about. Oh jeez. This album is so bad. Oh, this album is so bad, but this is like the highlight of my day right now. Oh my God. Track number 9, Temple. Um, this is a reggae influenced song. Only reason why I prefer this song is because Lauren made it better. Lauren just made it better. And I can't, it's surprisingly, I can't even say that with half of the album and shit like that. I can't even say that. Track number 10, How Hard Is It? Well, if you're referring to this album, it's a pretty hard listen to go through. I mean, I had a couple of migraines by the time I reached track 4, but other than that, How Hard Is It? It's not hard at all. As a matter of fact, this shit is a feather. Like, Kid and Play's Funhouse album is harder than this shit. Track number 11, Harlem Chit Chat, which was an interlude. Another interlude. We have about 4 interludes, and we have just gotten to halfway through the album. Track number 12, Some Seek Stardom. Self-explanatory is talking about, you know, people do anything for fame and shit like that. Well, I do admit the song is not bad by any means. It's not bad at all, but the beat didn't really do anything for me. Track number 13, Giggles. That's the feeling I was getting from this whole album. I think Pras or Wycliffe were doing their best Tretch impersonation. Well, speaking of Tretch, this whole song pretty much, I hate to say it, but it's an OPP kind of ripoff because it pretty much uses the same sample. It has them trying to rap like Tretch and shit. The call and response. They were trying to go for that Naughty by Nature sound. I was not feeling it. Excuse me. Okay, track number 14, That Kid from Hades. Stop with the damn interludes. Track number 15, Refugees on the Mic. Next, track number 16, Living Like There Ain't No Tomorrow. That was a Wycliffe solo shit. So Some Seek Stardom was a Lauren solo. Track number 17, Shouts Out from the Block, Shouts Out from the Block, featuring Wyclef, Lauren, Praz, and Uncredited Guest. And the last track, Nappy Heads remix, that Salam Remy produced. It's no secret it's the best song off the album, no secret. Very dope song. I love that beat, that Mona Lisa, that shit right there. Yeah, that's the whole album. You know, I kind of hear this album, before I give my thoughts, I kind of hear this album getting compared to a lot with Mobb Deep's Juvenile Hell. And both albums has their similarities because of the fact that, well, for one, with the Mobb Deep album, you know, they were young and shit like that. And I actually do like that album compared to this album because the fact that, you know, with this album, it's no surprise that they were trying to go for that reggae-ish sound. The direction wasn't good. At least with the Juvenile Hell, they came out the gates, you know, their own style and shit like that. And they evolved. And Fugees evolved as well, but they were, for one, too many interludes on the whole track. Too many damn interludes. Two, I didn't like the fact that, you know, the album was just too long. The beats were bland. What else? I know it sounded atypical with what was going on with the addition of acoustic guitars and with the addition of acoustic guitars and shit. So, I mean, it's not even that much to even say about this whole album. Not even that much. But if there was one thing I would comment on the album was, despite the bullshit, you can really see their chemistry come with this. You can really see the chemistry kind of growing with this album. And even them themselves kind of disliked this album and said that they let the producer take too much control with the whole album and stuff. So, yeah, I'm glad that they acknowledged the fact that the album was trash. And yeah, definitely trash. And scale of 1 to 5, I'll give this a 1 out of 5. Well, yeah, 1 out of 5. Yeah. And that's just me being nice. Okay, so like I said, I usually try to do these kind of videos at least once or twice a month. So next time I'll probably do another one of these is probably be next month when I come back from my break. I have a two albums I'm thinking about doing next. Talib Kweli's The Beautiful Struggle, or I would either do that one or Eminem's Revival. So either or, you guys can leave a comment and shit like that. Let me know what happens. But yeah, whatever happens, happens. And I wish I can stay a bit more longer, but it's been a long day. I just wanted to get this live out the way. And thank you guys, you know, for watching and stuff like that. You know, 4 people watching, the chat's pretty dead. I guess people shared the same sentiment with this album as well, like it was trash, but as usual. Well, you know what? Scratch it. I'm gonna stay on for a little. I'm gonna stay on for about a couple minutes. It's no biggie. I can talk. I can rap for a little bit. See what's been going on. But it's just that hold on. It's just that, you know, you feel like sometimes it's like when it comes to like the world, you feel like you try to do what's right for the majority of the time. But at the same time, you might have your selfish tendencies, or you might feel like when it comes to life, people don't really take you seriously, or you feel like you're making all these sacrifices for people and stuff like that. And I admit sometimes I do get kind of angry. I do get kind of angry a lot, and maybe sometimes I might lose my temper over people who I feel like have good intention and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, and it's just sometimes you just want to just sometimes you just want to. What's up, Steve? How you doing? Yeah, you just missed the review. It was pretty short, but dope reviews on Boogie Down Production. I watched them today and stuff like that. And it's just that sometimes I need to just calm down. That's why I really want to take this break. Cause this whole YouTube shit, man, you guys don't know how much I love doing this YouTube shit, you know. I love talking shit. I love reviewing albums. I love talking with the podcast. Um, I love like doing like a lot of different shit with the YouTube channel, and it's been like a stress reliever these past couple of months because 2018 as a whole was just a very mismatched year. The early part up until maybe late July, early August was hell. Well, besides graduating, it was just hell for me. Like I was just going through like a lot of crap. I didn't really get into like a lot of good footing until maybe the fall time. But at the same time, I'm just, trying to get everything together, just trying to learn how to be stabilized with life and stuff like that. And I just probably need to find myself. Well, we all never gonna find ourselves no matter what, because each generation have their own set of problems or have their own set of self need of realization and stuff like that. And I just really sometimes I feel like sometimes I just feel like we all need just to take a breather, you know. I might just go back to playing this teaching myself to play the sax, might just go back to doing some stuff, get back on my music grind and stuff like that. Get back to meditating, working out more, kind of losing a little weight. I don't know if you guys really know. Some people say I'm losing weight, some people say I'm not, but me personally, I want to get myself to more fit by the new year and stuff. So yeah. Now as for like the YouTube, like I mentioned, I'm going to do the Sade review tomorrow. Don't exactly know when, because I have to go to see my work schedule since I'm in Raleigh. Going to make a few extra bucks down here. Um, what else? What else? I know I'm gonna finish with Public Enemy. I gotta finish up writing my notes for Apocalypse and Fear for Black Planet. I just re-listened to the first half of China Doll today. I'm not gonna put that on my trash album. It's just for my friend and stuff like that. He didn't want me to. He loved the album so much that I was like, you know what? I don't like the album. I think it's trash, but I'm not gonna put it in my trash albums series and stuff. So that's gonna come sometime next week. I'm gonna have to figure out what day next week. And what else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, man, I just got a lot of things to deal with by the end of this year, but no, the first half, LOL, the second half is just as bad. You know what? Try. We'll see. Um, I believe Steven wanted to do that one with me. I gotta double check with him. Well, Steven, I don't know. Did you still want to do the China doll review with me? I can understand if you don't because I don't want your ears to really fuck up and shit. Oh, that's one thing I want to talk about. Give me 1 second. Let me fix something. So I want to chime in on this whole King of R&B discussion. I really was not going to jump inside of this conversation, but I just want to give my own 2 cents on this whole King of R&B mess. First of all, Jacqueef. Yes, I did say Jacqueef. Young man, you are not, I repeat, nobody's king of R&B. The fact that because you could consider yourself as a king, I don't mind you considering yourself as a king, but you are not a king of R&B. And I feel like when people talk about this whole king of hip hop, king of R&B, king of whatever, there's a lot of different perceptions of what they classify as king, queen. Because some people want to talk about impact to commercial success, like combination between impact, popularity, commercial success, work, discography, like shit like that. Me personally, if I was to like talk about who was like a king or shit like that, I like to go by, discography. I like to go by impact. I like to go by statistic impact, just influence in general. And people, just like with the old classic, people use king and queen loosely and shit. Because he's talking about he's a king of R&B in his generation. My dude, you just dropped like your. Let me see something. Let me see something. Because you just dropped. Oh, shit. Okay, and I'm gonna read you some shit though, cause he just dropped his first album, 4275, this year, 2018. 2018. Okay, so let's see what the charts have to say. Peak position, number 35 on the charts. Number 35 on the charts. Okay, not the strongest position, but he's been dropping mixtapes. Most known like the Mood mixtape and shit like that. And like I said, like I've heard a couple of his songs. I've heard a couple of songs and shit like that. I mean, his voice is not what I like to hear when I'm fucking a girl, but the production by itself is pretty dope. And he came over to my school live. Now, I didn't know King of R&B's lip synced, no, but let me say that with an extent because most of my favorite artists have lip synced, but performance was trash. I'm just gonna put shit out there. Performance was trash. And let me see. I'm gonna get back to the comments in a bit, but me personally, like, and I know a lot of people say that Chris Brown will be king of R&B in his generation. I'm not gonna argue with Chris Brown in his generation. People want to say R. Kelly, but you got to understand this: the R. Kelly been out since 92, 93. Like his status is like people like R. Kelly, Usher, even though Usher's still doing like consistent work today and shit like that. Like they're more like if you were to talk about King of R&B, like the late 90s up until like the early, like the mid 2000s to the late 2000s, then they will more likely be in that discussion. If you're talking about like this generation, you can talk about people threw in like Chris Brown, people threw in Bruno Mars, people threw in Bruno Mars, people threw in Trey Songz, people threw in who else? Motherfuckers threw in Tyrese, which I'm not the biggest Tyrese fan like that. I'm sick and tired of seeing him cry on social media, but The album he did, his recent album, the Black Rose album, that was pretty dope. Um, People say Tank's whining ass. Miguel, a dope artist too, Miguel and shit. And then if you want to talk about like the newer cats, you have like cats like Daniel Caesar. You have people like that are not coming up and shit. Daniel Caesar. Let me pull up because I'm not really too big on R&B these days. I mean, I like R&B. I like R&B music and shit like that. But the most R&B song I listen to these days is like alternative R&B, like Frank Ocean too. People mention Frank Ocean. Cats like that. And I know some people were talking about how come they're not mentioned like neo soul acts like D'Angelo and Music Soul Child and Maxwell. But you guys have to understand like neo soul is somewhat in a category by itself. People need to understand that shit. Like R&B, it's like the contemporary R&B, like the traditional. You guys know. You guys know where I'm getting at. Yeah, people want to mention that. Like neo soul is just in the conversation by itself, in my personal opinion. So yeah, and imagine what the discussion for the queen of R&B is going to be like. Imagine that discussion. Um, Let me see what comments have to say. Okay, all is well. Okay, Steve is down for the China Doll review bet. Triber said he's down too. He just want to talk shit about it. Jacquees is crap. Yeah, we kind of figured that. He made his whole career off of love and hip hop. Isn't that almost everybody? And even though he's not pure R&B, I think Bruno Mars is the best out. Yeah, Bruno, man, he more on that pop R&B. But I would not get mad if people want to mention him as a king of R&B and shit. I would not get mad. But yeah, loving hip hop, making his career. Shit. Speaking of loving hip hop, I guess Cardi. I guess we might hear from Cardi from Love and Hip Hop this whole Offset Cardi breakup and shit, but who cares about that shit? Other than that, I'm just gonna call it off for the night. Might just get some chill out for the rest of the night. Thank you guys so much for watching. Um, Usher, Kells, and Breezy all had the crown and lost it. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like if any of those three was to get the crown again, I feel like Usher has to has the potential of getting it and shit like that again. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. But I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you so much. This album review was not as bad as I thought it would be, but yeah. Other than that, it's your boy Reg. Peace.